It's come to my attention that this entry into this School of Airway episode is spurred on by the thought of two prior entries I had. The DMB, Ronda Rousey had to think about it. Do not become a do nothing bitch. And the other episode is Man in the Mirror, which can be used for Women in the Mirror. The biggest thing is, imagine being in service on a device that can save a life. You don't ask for in-servicing or retraining. Years pass, and a device that could have saved a life could have been used, but you stand there and hesitate. You were taught how to save a patient's life, but you forgot. Why? You found other things that were more important. Things outside the emergency room, other things that are like administrative stuff. Does that, all those things sound like excuses to the patient who's suffering on the table as they die from your negligence or lack of preparation? Think about that. Do not be an absentee teacher. Do not be an absentee resuscitationist. If you work in the red, if you work in trauma, resus, and your resident is your fund of knowledge, you're doing him a disservice. Mind you, he could be a wise man, wise woman, full of knowledge. He could be the next great thing, the new hope of Airway or of resuscitation and emergency medicine, critical care. But if you can't feed him knowledge constantly, mind it being a small fact to a large fact or a complicated situation or case, you don't belong there. Straight up. If you rely on your residents, your PAs, your mid-levels to be knowing how to use a device like a King LT or a Lucas device, and you're not the one teaching them, and when the patient's suffering and needs it, you're hoping that he or she is going to teach you how to do it. You're just going to stand there texting, standing there like doe, like a young, immature deer with barely growing any horns, standing there in front of a Mack truck, 16-wheel about to crush you or crush your patient. You're just going to stand there? Straight up, do not be an absentee attending. Absentee attendings can run amok and grow fast if you don't stand, keep yourself to a high level of a high standard. Can you watch YouTube? Yes. Can you ask another person to help to get re-in-service or in-service? Yes. Last minute teaching, split second teaching, all of a sudden when things are going badly and when the device is being used too late or incorrectly, I'm sorry. Do not work in resus if you're not prepared. Mind you, not all hospitals have resuscitation bays, so you better be a gangster, an awesome have a personal vendetta to be great. Because if you don't care, don't belong. Straight up. So again, do not be an absentee teacher. Do not wait for your minions or people underneath you to be in service and hope that you just stand there philosophizing, having your hands folded over in your arms, just watching as death is occurring as a natural act, but you're encouraging it because you're doing nothing to stop it. Don't be a problem. Be part of the solution. That makes sense? You want and it's not for glory. It should be for self-satisfaction. Straight up. So again, if you need an in-servicing or training on a device, find someone who can train you. But please, this idea that everyone else needs to be in-serviced before you, and then it's okay that you didn't pay attention because that person's going to rely on the resident to save your ass. or the mid-level, not the way to go. And if the hot kitchen's too hot, get off. If you can't hang with the big dogs, get off the porch. Not a shaka sign, international intubation sign. Please come back to another episode of School of Airway. Bye bye.